This is Andy Purewal for Boxing Social in association with Pursue Fitness Sportswear, and I'm glad to be joined by White Rhino, Dave Allen. Dave, how you doing?
I'm very well, thank you.
What do you always do? What do you always dip down whenever I introduce you?
It's like saying hello and I'm bowing at the same time out of respect to you.
Fair enough. Well, I appreciate that, Dave. At least someone has respect for me. Dave, how you keeping?
Very well, thank you.
You've been announced now officially for the Newcastle card. I know you touched on it that you was looking to get out on this card. Just talk to me about how the opportunity come about to get out on the back of that David Price defeat.
Well, what happened is I wasn't sure if I was going to box again from the start of after the Price fight. I was unsure. You know, after an ambulance ride and and question marks on certain things, but I've gone down the right avenues, all the medicals, brain scans, all sorts. I am fit and ready to fight. I need a what is it I need? A hospital note from the hospital. I did all my stuff, but I passed my scans. I need that in writing to the board. I need to see the board to talk about. I was a little bit unwell before the Price fight, and they want to know why I didn't pull out the fight. I'll give you a few hundred reasons why if you want. That's why, and I'll tell the board that as well. So that's it really. And then I love fighting in Newcastle. Newcastle people, like, I walk around Doncaster, yeah. I walk around Newcastle. I can't move in Newcastle. I swear, walking from the train station to here, I got stopped about 70 times. I feel like I belong here. I might even stay here tonight.
Now, you just touched on the injury. It wasn't something that I was going to come on to straight away, but was there ever any doubt in your mind that for yourself and for your own health that you wouldn't just box again? What was the ultimate decision behind taking on another fight?
Well, I did all the medical checks. I've had everything checked, and I am healthy. Like, in myself, I did the brain scan. My eyes, I wear specs now. Not today. There's cameras here. And everything checked. Everything. I checked everything from my brain scan to chlamydia, the lot, just to see anything at all. Is there anything wrong with me apart from fatigue, physical tiredness from training and fighting? There wasn't. I then had to listen to certain people on the internet saying, Dave, your speech is slowing, you're slurring. I then went to all my family and said, look, sit me down, be honest with me. Do I sound like I'm slurring? Do I seem a little bit slower? Absolutely not. My joke's at A1. I'm as witty as ever. My speech is fine. I just talk like this because this is where I'm from. This is where we all talk. Go and get any of my mates. They all sound exactly the same. So I'm not concerned about that. So I'm fighting for 3 reasons. 1, I want to be British heavyweight champion. That's the goal. 2, and that's not for me. That's from my dad and my granddad. I want to take them that belt and I can say, you know what, David, I'm British heavyweight champion forever. 2, I want to create what Brendan Ingram created in Wincock. I want to create that in Doncaster. I've already started. I've got about 25 lads and lasses in the gym. That's already on its way. Only 2 or 3 of them will ever box. The rest, I want to create something for them. I want to make them better. Pappy Dell, a social worker. But I'm using boxing as my platform to create that. Number 3, I need money for that. I need money to live for the rest of my life. They're the 3 reasons. Thank you very much.
Just a final thing on the injury front. I know you may feel like that now, but some people will say that down the line but certain issues could arise with regards to your health. Is that something that you've considered that maybe 20, 30 years down the line, if not maybe even sooner, that issues might come about with your health?
Well, I could get hit by a bus when I walk out here, Andy, as well. I could, anything could happen. I've had 34 fights amateur professional. So I've had, I've not even had 24 training camps as a pro. Yeah, I get hit a lot in fights. I used to spar. I've not sparred hard for 4 or 5 years. I don't get hit as much as people think. Like I just don't. In a couple of fights, of course I have, but I've hardly sparred for years. I'm not a silly man. People might think you're an idiot. The same people say I've got no boxing talent. You can't have no boxing talent and be an idiot and still make the money and the success that I have had. So if you think I'm crap, I've got brain. If you think I'm a good boxer, I might have no brain. You take your pick, but I don't like people just digging me out, and because I've done well. I've done all right. I'm proud of myself. I'm not overconfident or being cocky. I've done well. Whichever way you look at it, I've either been all right at boxing or I'm incredibly smart. I'll let you decide.
So obviously returning to Newcastle then, what level of opponent do you see yourself going in with?
I would like Dennis Baktov, 38-14. He boxed Anthony Joshua. He's someone with a really good winning record. Patrick Corte, 15-1. I've sent them a full list of 10 names on Box Record Day. I don't want an easy fight and I don't want a bad fighter, but I want someone I believe put 7-week camp in, I'll beat. That's what I want. I want to win. But I don't just want to. I could do a 6-rounder against somebody who's won 4, lost 30. I don't really want to do that. I want to challenge. I want a 10-rounder. I want to challenge. I want the win to mean something. You know, maybe a little belt. A little belt would be nice. So I'm just enjoying it, you know, and I love being in Newcastle, and I'm boxing again so soon. I'm boxing again before David Price because I enjoy it, and everyone else here today, and 99% of the people watching at home. Apart from people in the YouTube comments, they don't like me anymore. But people that seem to enjoy watching me, so as long as that is the case, as long as the majority are enjoying it, I will carry on.
I still like you, Dave. Obviously, you've had time to reflect on that Price defeat now, a lot of time now. What would you make of your performance and what just wasn't going right for you on the night?
The performance was extremely poor. That was probably the worst performance I put in as a pro. And I boxed really unfit, and I was really fit. I could stand here and I could make you so many excuses. I could tell you things that were factual, I could tell you things that weren't factual. The bottom line is David Price won, and he was really good. And I have nothing more to say. I could say loads of things, but what's the point? It's been and gone, it's done. I've lost before, and I came back. I lost, yeah. I drew with Plamen Nikolov 1-1-1. Then after that, I had 4 defeats. I then headlined the O2. You do the maths. What does that equate to? Tell me what it equates to.
I don't know if that was a genuine question.
Bounce back ability. That's what it adds up to.
Obviously, at the time, there was rumours of a potential bout between yourself and Povetkin if he was successful against David. Did you maybe ever look past David, or?
Absolutely not. There's about 400,000 reasons why I signed for the Povetkin fight, and I'm absolutely fucking heartbroken about it, because I'd let him chin me for 400 grand easy any day of the week. So, not looking past him. I mean, when you get in the ring and the bell goes, it don't matter what I'm thinking about, you know? You could put Lisa on the other end of the ring that night and she could have been there naked with everything out, all the lovelies out, and I want to beat David Price. You could have 10 Lisa on, you could have Aaron 10 Margot Robbies or whatever. Couldn't have beat him, so I wasn't overlooking nobody. I was just saying, in my brain, it was I signed for Nick Webb 12 months ago. Now I'm agreeing Povetkin. And I've had more chance of beating Povetkin than Price, as crazy as that sounds. I promise you, I get anybody into a fight with me, I'll give you a good go. I'm a very hard man, heavy-handed. But if I can't hit you, I ain't going to beat you. And I couldn't hit David Price, he was too big and too good. And boxing's a funny old game, you know. Brown could beat Price. Price hammered me, and I stopped Brown in 2.5 rounds. This is boxing, and I love it, and I'm enjoying it, enjoying life. The boys are here. Half of them 3 lads aren't even left Doncaster before, and this is why I'm here. I wasn't sure I'll box until I got here, but I can because I don't know what I'm calling it, but the David Allen Foundation of boxing is going places, and that's what it's all about, realistically.
Just want to touch as well on the other 2 fights on this card that were announced. Robbie Davies Jr. versus Lewis Ritson and Ted Cheeseman versus Scott Fitzgerald. Firstly, your thoughts on Davies Jr. versus Ritson?
I think it's an absolutely cracking fight. I think it's brilliant. I think this is the best domestic fight of the year. I think, is it? I think so. The Gale Eubank happened. This is better. This is better. Because these are further on. One went through the British scene like a hot knife through, but the other one was the European champion. They're both in the prime and peak. And for me, this is better. These are more proven. I think Dubois will be world heavyweight champion. I think Nathan will get to world level. But these are proven. These are there. I don't give a fuck about bad blood because they check each other's hand after the fight anyway. So I don't believe in that. But 2 nice kids, and I think Robbie is so much bigger. But I think that's a bit of a hindrance. I think he may be too big. But I think it's a good fight. I think it's going to be really, really interesting. That's a great fight. And I think the other fight is equally as good. Fitzgerald, I'm a massive Fitzgerald fan. I think he can go all the way. if he keeps that same tenacity, that same hunger that he had for the Fowler fight, if he brings that into all his other fights, trains exactly the same way, fights the same way, he can be world champion. I really firmly believe that. I've seen him at the GB squad years ago. The talent he has is unbelievable. And Cheeseman's just a real hard bastard. And if Fitzgerald ain't on his game, Cheeseman will grind him down and beat him.
A couple of quick things I just wanted to get your opinions on. This past weekend, Sergey Kovalev defeated Anthony Yarde. What was your thoughts on the fight, Dave?
First and foremost, Sergey Kovalev, fantastic. His jab, like, I've never seen a better jab than that since Alan Brown. No, maybe Alan Price from Price. Kovalev was exceptional. Anthony Yarde was fantastic. Like, Anthony Yarde for me won, you know what, I think he probably won 2 or 3 rounds. He was well beaten, in my opinion. But physically, what an athlete he is, like, what a hard man. To be as physically gifted, athletically gifted, and to be as physically and as tough and as hard as he is, yeah, he needs, people say a change, I said a change. Does he need a change, does he need more experience? Tunde said some things about me I took very personal because they wasn't true. You know, I never said nothing about him that wasn't true. He said things about me that wasn't true, so I felt a bit aggrieved by it. And maybe I tweeted saying he needs a change, maybe a little bit out of spite. I think Anthony Yarde, if he would have been matched, not better, but he needed a few more fights, 2 or 3 more fights, he would have beat Kovalev. And Kovalev, for me, he isn't what he was. He's a little bit on the slide, but he isn't short. He's still a world-class man. So I thought Yarde was exceptional. I think he needs 2 or 3 more fights, come back at a higher level than what he was, fight higher than Travis Ruiz and that, and he'll be world champion one day, 1,000,000%. I think, does he need a new trainer? I'm not so sure, but maybe just someone who's been there, done it, seen it as well in there, join the team. Maybe join the team, maybe not get rid of the team, maybe just bring someone into, just an experienced head.
And this weekend we see Vasyl Lomachenko fight on these shores as a professional for the first time when he faces Luke Campbell. Your thoughts on that one, Dave?
Really excited. I'm working for Sky that night. My Sky debut. I'm not on the TV or nothing there. They don't trust me on the TV. But brilliant fight. I think it's going to be really close. I think Campbell's size advantages and his ability as well, more than anything. His size and ability. People forget how good he is. So I think I expect Lomachenko to win close. I think it's going to be a really close fight. Like, I may tip the draw. I can see a draw. I think Povetkin Hughie Fury is a fantastic fight. I edged with Povetkin, been there, done it, proven. But if he's on the slide, Hughie's tough enough and a good enough boxer to go with the toughness to beat Povetkin if he ties down the stretch. So, and Latif Shafiq, Tennyson, Cordine is a fantastic fighter. Good show. This show should be pay-per-view. Never mind that one, but it's all right.
Happy pay-per-view.
As Eddie says, tell you how it is. Is it pay-per-view? Not for me to say, but I don't think it is. But I never said that. This one's pay-per-view though.
And finally, Dave, I just wanted to get your thoughts on that Anthony Joshua and Ruiz rematch taking place in Saudi Arabia.
I think I can't get any money from Saudi Arabia. I'm not on the show. I'm not making no money out of it. So I wish it was in Cardiff. I'd have gone. I wish it was at the Cape Mount. I wish it was in my back garden, ideally, but it's not. So, I won't be going. I personally myself, if I was offered a fight in Saudi Arabia, I wouldn't go. For my own personal views on certain things, I wouldn't go over there. But they're going for the money, and they probably need it to pay Ruiz, and Ruiz has stood firm. He's got what he wanted. I think Ruiz wins again. I just think he does. I don't think the first fight was a fluke. I want Joshua to win because it's better for British boxing. I'm in the matchroom fold. I need Joshua to win. I want him to win. I just think Ruiz wins again. Yeah.
Well, Dave Allen, as always, I appreciate your time. I'll leave a last word with you, though. Anything you want to leave on?
Just want to say hello, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Andi Purewal. Great work, Rob Tebber. He's done really well. Thank you.
Dave Allen, thanks for Speeds Boxing Social.
Nice one, mate. Nice.
Cheers, Dave.